Hello folks. It's a great period for everybody keen on airplanes, history, or real magic, because today we are going to uncover one of the most immortal characters in the history of aviation, Amelia Earhart. Ranging from a wide-eyed boy-girl to one of the best early movers in aviating, this enigmatic figure enchanted the world and continued to bewitch it after her mysterious disappearance. Amelia Mary Earhart was born on July 24, 1897, in Atchison, Kansas, to Samuel Edwin Stanton Earhart and Amelia Amy Otis Earhart. Amelia was a very spirited and independent child, quite unlike the others. As a child, she usually wanders and is always outside playing games. Amelia's was a spirit of adventure, cultivated from her youngest years. She joyfully climbed trees, hunted for rats using a .22 caliber rifle, and roamed the neighborhood with her sister, Grace Muriel Earhart, whom she called Pidge. All her rather peculiar interests did not prevent Amelia from being an excellent student. In 1915, Amelia graduated from Hyde Park High School in Chicago, Illinois. She attended primary school at Ogon School in Pennsylvania, but left in 1918 to serve as a nurse's aide in Toronto during World War I. This close-up look at the suffering and resilience of these wounded soldiers strengthened her resolution to find some useful role in life. Amelia first came into the experience of aviation in 1920 when she attended an air show at Long Beach, California. Her first airplane ride, a 10-minute event with pilot Frank Hawks, took place there, and from then on, she was bitten by the flying passion, to which she became committed for the rest of her life. Eager to learn how to fly, Amelia began taking flying lessons from Nita Snook, an early pioneer of female aviators and one of the few female flight instructors during that time. Nita described Amelia as a serious student who would frequently spend up to many hours on the airfield. Finally, in 1921, Amelia was able to save enough money to purchase her first airplane, a bright yellow Kenner Airster biplane, to which she became hopelessly attached. She lovingly nicknamed her airplane the Canary. It was in October of 1922 that Amelia established her first record in aviation, soaring to 14,000 feet and establishing a new world altitude record for women. But that was just the beginning of her life of establishment. Her fame continued to surge in 1928 when she became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean as a passenger. Pilots Wilmer Stultz and Lewis Gordon were at the controls. This gained Amelia huge publicity personally, as she was feted as an aviation pioneer. Although Amelia had a little role during the flight of 1928, it incited her more to do something in the field of aviation. She became an activist for women's rights, and that concept of women being able to succeed in what has been conceived as part of the man's world. In 1932, Amelia accomplished another first, becoming the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. She lifted off from Harbor Grace in Newfoundland on May 20th in her Lockheed Vega 5B. With strong headwinds, icing, and mechanical problems, she landed in a meadow some 15 hours later near Londonderry, Northern Ireland. This marvelous feat earned Amelia the Distinguished Flying Cross from Congress, the Cross of Knight of the Legion of Honor from the French government, and the Gold Medal of the National Geographic Society, presented by President Herbert Hoover. After her success, Amelia manifested many record-setting flights. She flew long distances such as an overwater flight from Honolulu, Hawaii, to Oakland, California, and managed to record at lengths of 2,408 miles in 1935, proving that long-distance overwater flights can be done. This strengthened her position as one of the best pilots. It is especially noteworthy that along with the many feats that Amelia had under her belt was not only that in aviation, but also that of an internationally acclaimed best-selling author. She authored books on flying experiences, such as 20 HRS, 40 Minutes, and The Fun of It. She was also a faculty member and an aeronautical engineering advisor at Purdue University, inspiring many young women to study science and become involved in aviation. As a result, most ambitiously in 1937, she took off on what was to become the greatest adventure of her life, the flight around the globe. Accompanied by navigator Fred Noonan, she left Miami to accomplish an approximate 29,000-mile trip around the world. With perfection planning, they departed Miami on June 1, 1937, in a Lockheed Electra 10E. They flew first to South America, then on to Africa, India, and Southeast Asia. stopovers that all went quite well. Their troubles arose when they had completed the stretches before the last ones. On July 2nd, 1937, Amelia and Fred took off from New Guinea, bound for Howland Island, which is but a speck in the vast Pacific Ocean. Despite all the careful planning, some problems had arisen, including poor weather conditions and communication. That is the last confirmed position known about Amelia and Fred. In the vicinity of the Nukumanu Islands, some 800 miles into their venture, they lost radio contact and were never heard from again. An intensive search was conducted by the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard for Amelia, Fred, and the aircraft, but yielded no results. The fact that they never were found alive spawned all sorts of theories, from crashing in the water to becoming a castaway on some island, or even being captured by the Japanese. The legacy of Amelia Earhart entails much more than the enigma surrounding her disappearance. She is an emblem of unrelenting bravery, persistence, and aspiration of dreams. Her footsteps in aviation and the cause of empowerment of women last for generations. Amelia's story is a testament to what can be achieved through sheer perseverance and an adventurous spirit. At one time, she was quoted to say, "The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is mere tenacity." Those words pretty much sum her life up and the great legacy since she left. We hope you enjoyed your journey through the remarkable life of Amelia Earhart. If you enjoyed that video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you are notified when we ring the bell for other inspiring stories from history. Until next time, keep reaching for the skies.